Welcome user. In the previous video we have completed theoretical part of hierarchical clustering. In this video we are going to implement hierarchical clustering in the MATLAB. So let us begin. For the hierarchical analysis we are going to consider the same dataset that we have used for k-means clustering. And in that video we have discussed about the dataset. So to get more information about the data, kindly watch lesson number 19. In that video, we have only considered expenses and graded features for the analysis. And for this video also, we are going to consider the same features for analysis. Now let us see the MATLAB code. The very first two sections of the codes are similar like k-means clustering. So now if I run the code, I will get data which is scaled. And if we check the scatter diagram, then we can say we can make two groups based on the selected two features. Now the next step is to calculate optimal cluster value. And optimal cluster value we will decide by looking into dendrogram. In dendrogram, data points are lies on x-axis and distance between data points lies on y-axis. Linkage function will take two arguments. First argument will specify the data and second argument will specify the method of clustering. I have used single linkage method. In the last video, we have already discussed about the linkage methods. Single linkage will measure minimum distance between data points. Dendrogram function will provide dendrogram, which will provide hierarchy of data, and it will consider threshold value as an default. In MATLAB, the default value is 70% of the distance. Now run the code. By looking into diagram, we can set two colors and grouping is happened by considering threshold value, that is 70% of maximum height of distance. To change the height, just mention distance value in place of default. If I want 1 as a threshold value, so just replace default with 1. And if I run the code again, now the threshold value is 1 and here also I got two clusters. Now let us see next section of the code. Cluster data function will provide clustering of the raw data. And that will create two clusters. As I mentioned, maximum two clusters that to be happen. Also we can add clustering method in the function. To get more information about cluster data function, check documentation of function. In the code, IDX will store cluster values. You can see unique values from IDX variable. And we have grouped the two features into two groups. Let us visualize the data. Gscatter function would give the same visualization like scatter. But in gscatter, we can see data based on the clusters that we have stored in IDX variables. If I run the code, you can see data is divided into two clusters. Also, we can note only 2 points are belonging to first cluster and all other remaining points are belonging to second clusters. The next line of code will update universities table and that would be updated with new features named cluster. Now check the universities table. You can see new feature name is clusters and we have divided data into two groups. The first group belongs to cluster 1 and second group belongs to cluster 2. And we have done clustering by considering only two features. We can export updated file by using write table or by using CSV write function to the selected working directory. This will end our video. In this video, we have seen MATLAB implementation of hierarchical clustering algorithm. In the next video, we are going to see information about principal component analysis. Thank you for watching this video. Do like this video if you found it helpful. If you have any queries, post them in the comments and get in touch with us. Follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Education is our future. MATLAB is our future. Happy MATLABing.